role. She's trying to act like she's a victim of being exposed when she didn't have a chance to explain herself. We were going to try to reach out to her, but realistically, well, one is I forgot to do it, but then I thought about it. Realistically, she's not going to respond to us. So we just going ahead and doing what we do, because what's most important is getting the information out there so that people can understand what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're dealing with, you won't know how to fix it. You won't notice it. You won't know it when you see
Right.
it. We have to know about these things. We have to be able to teach our kids these things. We have to be able to um, fight these things in different ways, because different people got different fights for different circumstances. But if we don't know these things exist, what do? We do nothing. And sometimes nothing is not an option. Although I am a strong believer of a lot of times when you don't know what to do, you do nothing. But in this case, we know what to do and we do something, and
Something.
we have to know what it is. So we're going to talk about Naomi Campbell and a lot of different connections that she got that most people, I've not heard anybody speak about this. So Marlon and I've been talking about, we talk about these things and come up with ideas, and then Marlon start digging deeper into it and finding more, and so we did. You know what I'm saying?
Fine, we
Naomi's
did.
Naomi's been a bad girl. So we got a lot of stuff on her, her connection to BLM, her connection to Epstein and others. And she got some other stuff in common. And her house, we're gonna break down how her house is tied into all this. Merlin, good evening, brother.
How are you, man?
Man, I am fantastic.
Eh,
So Merlin,
Good.
let's uh let's do this first. Let's start with her connection to BLM.
Okay. So she is a pro blackity black people. Okay. People think I don't, but anyway, she is all about being one with the BLM movement. Um, Now, if you're not familiar with BLM, I know most people in this room are not very familiar with BLM because they've never heard of them. They're so, hidden. They're such a quiet group. They don't have their hands in anything. Uh, she said once that she believes that, and she can see that BLM and the movement of BLM will change permanently the face of the thing that she does, which is in fashion. Um, and she's looking forward to that change because more people need to be aware of what's going on. I don't know what exactly she thinks is going on, but um, more than that, the BLM has a very dark root, and Naomi is
Oh,
very much
hold on,
tied
Mark.
into that.
Let me interrupt real fast. I forgot
Mhm.
to say something that's very important. What we're going to talk about, some of the stuff we cannot talk about on Facebook in particular. So those that are on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, go to the YouTube channel. We put a link up on it. You shared it too, right, Marlon?
I did.
Yeah, okay. So Marlon and I both have a link on our Facebook pages that will direct you straight to the YouTube link. So those of you that are on, let me see, YouTube, and we got quite a few. The YouTube, just face it. Click that link and come over to YouTube. There's a link right on the page. In fact, let me do this. Y'all bear with me for 1 second. I forgot to do something. I'm sorry. Let me take this down, and then you can then you can click the link. It'll only be one on there. So um please click that link on there and leave Facebook for this one and go to the YouTube channel. We would be we would greatly appreciate that. But go ahead, Murder. I can do that
Yeah,
while
no
while
problem. No problem. We need to do that. But BLM has a bigger tie to something a lot more nefarious than people might think. Oh, Soros, and yeah, we get that, and we get money and all that stuff. But I consider what they have going for them a lot bigger than that problem. And Naomi is one of the bigger hands in that particular arena, and that link is in the occult. And I thought at first that it was just to do with BLM, and then the more I discovered, I realized she had deep into it. BLM particularly had deep more into the Egyptian occult than anything else, and that's where they link. And her house, as you were mentioning, definitely has that feel to it. So that's where she links there, the pro-black ideal, that it's something that she wants to change eventually, the landscape of how the culture sees it, and then the occult aspect of BLM. I'll delve more into the occult side of things once we start linking the three, and I'll show you what I mean by the linking. So
Yeah. So let's skip over and get down to some of the good stuff. And we know that in the interview that we can't play it. We play a little small snippet of it, but we know that just to let the audience know too that she ultimately denied relations or any type of not any type of connection, but most connections with Epstein. She played it to the minimum, like
I knew of him.
yeah, I knew of him, like I know the guy, but like, not like that. And something just didn't sit that intuition, right? Something didn't sit right with that. So again, we delve. Marlon, could you is so first of all, the question is this is for the audience, is the connection between her and Epstein real? Is it genuine? And can we prove it? Do we got the receipts?
Secondly, the second question is what you're about to see. Tell me if you can sense anything a bit off about the response. Okay, just just watch the response. You make your decisions about how the response is. Okay, we'll play it. It's probably about 5 seconds, 6 seconds long. So you tell me if it seems right to you. Is it up?
It's up.
Okay, here we go. Make sure I got the volume. Okay, good.
Did you suspect what he was doing?
No.
There you go.
No.
So
No.
okay. So were you aware of what he was doing? No,
No. She wasn't aware, man.
she wasn't aware.
Nah. Even though
Okay,
she twisted her lip up, twisted her whole face up before she.
to get that no out.
No, that was that frog leg.
That's-
She was trying to get the frog.
Now, the bad thing for her is that I'm going to prove she was lying. I'm not only going to prove she was lying, I'm going to prove that she knew more than just Epstein.
Yeah.
So, the thing about it, you're a public figure. And as a public figure, you're going to get snapshots taken of you. And people are going to see you places. And as much as you try to hide, you're going to get seen. And she was seen. She didn't know him. She was at one. She even went to say in that interview she's been at one event with him, and it was her birthday party. Her birthday party. She said that he was at. I thought that was a bit weird, and so what I decided to check was, okay, maybe it was just one event, and man, was I wrong? Was I wrong? Come to find out, she not only knew Epstein, she knew Elaine Maxwell and was buddy cozy with her. And she knew a certain other individual that name might ring a small bell. Maybe it might, maybe it might not. I don't know. I'm going to show you a picture here, and you can tell me if you recognize the people in this photo. Some of which we've talked about before. Here you go. Now, this is her, a friend of ours, Mr.
Chris,
Slapadopoulos,
that's Christopher.
Christopher Slapadopoulos, and and I forget the other one's name. She's been in Men in Black or something like that. So, and yeah, I forgot to do that. My bad.
It's all good.
Um, so they, you see who's here. There is one woman here that most people may not know, and that is Marina Abramovich. Now, if you're not sure with Abramovich, she is what is known as a spirit cooker. That's the most I'll mention that. But also, she dabbles heavily in the occult. Not any occult. We are talking about the
The
basement dweller occult.
the
Okay, the occult. Satan himself. Okay, the devil. She don't even play how much she worships that man. I mean, everything she does, her artwork, her parties, all of it, all of it. She dabbles in, and every party that she throws, there's at least one aspect to it that has that. This was at a gala event. Naomi knows her, and so apparently does Chris Rock. Now people will say, well, that's just one. That's just one thing. Well, no, no, really. And this is the kicker right here. Remember, she said she's only been to one party. It was her birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Corey's seen this one yet, but here you go. This is a big one. You recognize this right here? You see that girl behind her? It's the same girl in this picture, and it was not at her birthday party. The exact same day. And there is Epstein right there in the scarf.
They friends, man.
They were friends. And that little girl, she said she'd never been to any resort with that little girl there or anybody young. There's a lady that came up with the whole case against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Standing right by her at her birthday party. So if you don't know him, how did his girl or his I hate to say that, his
handler,
whatever, however, I don't know the right word for it. The little girl, how did she end up at the party?
Victim, we'll call her victim.
Victim. How did the victim? Yeah, there you go. Good word. Thank you. Merlin is the word, man, by the way. How did his victim get to the party? So that means that he brought the victim to the party. And so now somebody that you really don't even know, like you don't even know this dude, he's nobody. You just kind of know of him. Now he bringing people. First of all, he was invited, but I guess, since he's Epstein, he can just come in. Okay, that's all good. And he bringing people with him, and you don't know these people, and you never like inquired or nothing, but you over there taking pictures. Probably got pictures absolutely with her, all the way with her.
Yeah. And mind you, this is the same one. We had a conversation with two people that talked about this photo down in the middle bottom. It was at an event that guy was at. Right? Now remember that. He was there. This was not at a Naomi party, as she likes to espouse. Check the outfit that she is in. Okay? So to say that you don't know and you never had affiliation and you don't know anything about them, BS.
Right.
BS. You knew Epstein, you knew his handler, and you knew at least one